So that's really awesome, Jem, that you're building offline with the older community, but also online with the whitening toothpaste. So make sure that you introduce your girls to our groups, because one of the biggest thing that people look for, and I should be introducing everyone up into the Age Lock Explosion group as well, is that feeling of being part of a tribe and that everyone can interconnect with everyone else, because we all learn so much.
Yes.
Like, I think Lou and Lisa are just a classic example of people. Like, Lisa's not in my downline. She's just a local mum who's also working New Skin, and because they just got together, they set each other on fire. And I think quite often if you think about starting a fire, you've got to have like all your little sticks together. Who did Girl Scouts? Anyone light a fire in nature?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Liv, you're shaking your head. Yeah, you got to. You make that little teepee of your. First, you get your little sticks together, and then you get bigger wood, and you'll find that you start out little, but you catch fire. If you don't have around you other sticks to catch on fire, you're going to blow out real quick, and it will just be like up in flames and gone. But if we band together, we can keep that fire going, and we can launch even bigger sticks. So you'll find that as we work together, and Lou's had this, where you're attracting bloggers and people of even bigger influence than than we could be on our own as mummies. But we've got to do that
Catherine,
together.
Prime example of that is I had a chat with Christina this morning, and her new girl that's on board from Rockhampton. So she's a stay-at-home mum, and we've already been chatting online, and she's joining our like Miracle Mums movement chat, so that she's part of our kind of team. And she, I don't benefit from her. She's not in anyone's downline, but she's joining our tribe so that she can have that support and know that there's other mums that are there to help her along the way. So it's so cool.
Well done. And it is like that. That's part of the culture that we're creating, like just being a force for good in the world and empowering each other to improve lives. And that's what, I get goosebumps about it. So well done. Thank you, Lou. That's, really cool. Now, Gemini, thank you. You're on the call. I know you've got a women's meeting. I actually asked Gemini.
I do have a women's meeting. I connected with one of my friends that is a huge part of the Indigenous groups out here on the Sunshine Coast, and we had a discussion one day about how we knew of many people, many women that, wanted to connect with other women. However, there wasn't really anything set up here on the Sunshine Coast. So today is our launch for that, and it's going to be really exciting. I've brought my mother-in-law along as well.
Oh, beautiful.
And, just a really good way to network too. So, I think just meeting up in these groups, you can incorporate that into our business. And it's going to be exciting. So I'll share a little bit about it once I finish going in there, but we've got lunch and things, and it's just such a beautiful place to, I think, even launch this first group gathering. Yumundi, it's just such a beautiful place to come and visit. If you haven't been, you want to come out and have a look.
Yeah,
it's
all
nice.
Right. We might come one day, one Thursday. But tell us, I asked Jem to be on the call specially because she's been away at training a couple of weeks ago about self-care, stress, and I figured our theme for our team is, live the life you love, and it's all about self-care. You can't be living a great life if you're grinding yourself into a pulp. So, with anxiety, with being on social media and finding that balance and putting first things first. So, Jem, would you share in just a couple of minutes, because I know you've got to go, what did you learn from the conference, and how have you been
it was very confronting, put it that way. The first thing was that it was very confronting. The conference was about connecting with others, so it didn't matter if it was children or older people you knew, or even strangers. It was about how that can impact on others. And so the confronting part about it is that there's such a high rate of suicide in Australia, and we're losing people every day, and we're not talking about 10, people or 20 people. We're talking about hundreds of people, and a lot of people are succeeding and actually going through right to the end. And it's really sad. And I think that, you encouraging us even coming together as a business group is fantastic, because there's a support system there. If you're having struggles, then you can talk about it. And if you're having successes, you can share that as well, because it can be very inspiring and very empowering. I think one of the biggest things was that we're not spending, I can't talk for everybody, but I think in general, we, with technology and things, we're not spending enough time with our families. We might be working, or we may be distracted by other people or influences around us. So I think just having that awareness that we need time for ourselves, to, sit down and even enjoy an evening meal. Are you doing that? Are you actually chewing your food and enjoying it, and actually experiencing the taste of food? Because it wasn't until I went to this conference that I realised that I actually don't. Everything's just done very fast paced, because my mind's ahead of myself, and it made me think that I need to slow down, and I need to encourage other people that I know to, to put the device down and enjoy a little bit of life.
Yeah.
So I think the devices. I took a perfect example photo in my lounge room when I had my children and all my family over for an evening meal. Once they had all finished eating, they all went on the couches, and everyone had the phone in front of their face. There was no interaction with humans. It was all through phones. And I took a photo and I texted it to all of them, and I said, what's wrong with this picture? So what we've done in the house is that when we're home and we have our visitors around, the phones need to be put away. So I think it's just we're going through a time where we're not even aware of what we're doing. So, maybe you make people aware that are around you that, hey, I'm here. And I think the biggest thing is that you can save somebody just by connecting with them. So that's just a little bit of what I learnt from going to this conference.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Has anyone else had that experience? Like, where have you been aware of it even? Lou or Liv?
It broke up then.
Liv or Lou, have you been aware, like, how do you find your phone life balance?
I must. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know that I am on the phone a lot. I travel a lot for training. So I live in Lismore, but I train in Gold Coast and Brisbane, so I'm driving a lot. But my partner actually does most of the driving, and so I noticed that when I'm in the car, like, I really just want to be on social media, and I'm talking to people, and I'm helping my team, and I'm putting orders through, watching videos and stuff. He always says to me, Liv, do you ever just put the phone down? Like, can you not just put the phone down and look? If you live in a really beautiful place, like stuff, so the drive out of Lismore to the highway is actually really nice. And the last few times he's been like, I'm not being a taxi driver anymore, put down your phone. And I'm okay. So now when I'm like working, I said, all right, I'm working, I'm going to be on the phone for the next hour, and then I'm all yours, like, and then I'll put the phone down. So now I'm like, when I'm working, and when I'm with my family and with my boyfriend and driving and stuff like that, I'll put the phone down. I need to put the phone away, so then I'm not, too locked into it, and I'm not missing out on giving everyone else attention and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes my heart sing, Liv, because I tell you what, I've been in business for 6 years, and it wasn't really until like the last 12 months, just with how massive my family commitments became, with grandpa and the kids, that I realised that I was letting it all slip away. Like, even though you work for yourself, you have to put boundaries on that. Like, it is still work. and you work better when you focus on it and say, yep, I'm working now. And then you work better when you have a rest and a break and you really enjoy life, because that's why we're doing it. We're doing it so that we can love our life, not so we can work all the time. We're doing it. And you'll find that your vibe is better, and you'll attract more people, and you'll have more fun, and it's just it gives you a sense of peace. So I think that's great. I think one of the things that I've heard people put in place is that, you know, a landmark. So say you're driving out of town and you say, right, I'm going to be yours, I'm not going to pick up the phone or whatever until we get to the highway. Or, you know, if you know you've got that work time, just and even like then have a stop point on the way home where you go, okay, well, once we get off the highway, I'm again going to put it away. So you've got that time to connect with him at the beginning and then at the end, and you're really structuring it so that you both know and you can both look forward to it, and you can both have that expectation. So maybe he puts music on in the background, or, you know, he can enjoy the highway. And then if anything changes,
I think it's a bit of a mindset too, because I know for a long time I was just like, well, I'm working, so that's a good enough reason to be not spending time with you, or not being able to do this, or not being able to do that. But I think that's what I love about this business, that if you really raise your self-awareness, you can really create such a beautiful life. Because working as an educator isn't, you know, it provides, financial support for my family, but it's not living life. I'm spending a lot of time with other people's, children, and helping other families and things, when if I was able to do this full time, it would just give me so much more. So I think every day I just remind myself that, we've got to keep checking in. Got to keep checking in with ourselves and checking in with each other. So I was thinking, you know what, the Zoom calls aren't that important. I mean, I have these things that go through my head, and then I sort of, when you build on it and you do it more and more and more, you come to realise that actually these are fantastic, because no one else is checking in on me apart from myself. So, it's really nice support, I think, just socially too.
Yeah, and to hold each other accountable to that standard is really, really good. Lou, did you have anything you wanted to say, hun?
I can definitely take some of that on board, because I have so much fun with this that I want to do it every second of every day.
Yeah.
And I often find myself ignoring the kids because I'm busy posting something, or, they want to tell me something, and I'm like, oh, just hang on. I've just got to take this call, or I've just got to post this. And, yeah, that really is a big reminder that the reason why I'm doing this is to spend time with them, and I'm not spending the time with them because I'm telling myself that I'm too busy. So, yeah, really have to keep a watch on those priorities.
Yeah. And, map out your time. You need to give yourself the dignity to spend good time on your business, whether it's you say, I'm going to do this half an hour in the morning, and you're amazing with your miracle morning routine. That's so cool. Just schedule it and say, I'll do this in this time. And then I'm with the kids, and I just find the kids have, if I give them blocks of time, and I've just left Oceana on her own, and I've said, that's my gift to you, because you're going to have some downtime where you can think and do whatever you want. She's just poked her head in the door and gone, Mummy, I've made you lunch.
That's sweet.
So just encouraging your kids that, I've got this time, I'm going to be on a call for this long, and then I'll be with you. Because they do well with boundaries. And I know, Liv, you don't have kids yet, but same with your partner and your friends. And then be present with your friends and forget, just let it go. You wouldn't be thinking about your desk job if you had one when you were hanging out with your friends. And that's the other reason that I love what we do on social media, because in the past I was always trying to think of a way to bring up products in a social conversation, because you're always trying to like tell people how amazing it was. And, you know, you guys, maybe Jem, you remember back, but Lou, you've always pretty much been building on social media. It's just like make friends, be real, have fun, and then put up some product on social media. And if they want, they'll ask you about it. It's such a low rejection philosophy, and it feels so good. And it just means that you can get on with living the life you love. So the other thing I just wanted to do a quick review on was the System 7. And this is like it's the core of all we do anyway. This was from our new Boss Babe Academy that we ran. So you can all see here System 7. And we've got the workflow, the event cycle, and the core habits. And I was reminded of this week as we had a pretty tough week. You know, we said like Grandpa passed away on Monday. And all through it, all the weekends, my sister-in-law and mother-in-law, like we had some arguments, and we had, you know, as happens when you get family close together. But one of the things I noticed was that they weren't taking care of themselves. And to me, what these core habits are self-care. It's kind of like they were refusing to eat. They were like, no, we're too emotional, we won't eat. And then they'd be trying to save money by not getting a curry. And in the end, like they were getting crabby and tired and moody because they weren't eating properly. So Ruben and I just got them food and we put it in front of them and said, eat. But at the same time, that it wasn't very helpful that they weren't taking care of their own needs. So as a team, the best thing that we can do for the team and for our own business is to do the self-care. And I know that some of this I've been guilty of not doing. Like I was thinking the System 7 audios, like I've been busy with a lot of different things and I haven't been keeping up with listening to the new training on One Team Global. Like I've been doing a lot of, you know, my personal reading, getting new customers, doing things, but that's like me eating, you know. So you've got your physical self-care, like eating, exercise, showering, getting dressed. Like we know that they're important for health, but for our business, this system is really important. So keep this in front of mind and just be asking yourself as you get to the end of the month, what am I doing well? Where can I improve? And how can I get better? What do I need to put in place to do it? So it's just all habits. Gemini, maybe you just want to mute yourself, hon, because I know you're walking to your event.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for bringing that up.
So, and then, you know, with this, you've got your contact list. Just a little refresher of how to organize yourself and set goals. We all kind of have different systems for that, but what I would really encourage and I'm finding really useful to keep me organized is having a Google Drive document where every time someone makes a contact online or a comment or something that I could follow up on, I just put their name in the Google Drive and what they were interested in so that I can at a glance follow up really easily and then invite them and be intentional. But our system, it used to be where you do 4 one-on-one presentations per week and you'd be Ruby within 6 months. And we used to stress a lot. And to anyone who's watching the recording, I know Christina, that was one of her breaking points. She was like, I can't do 4 presentations a month or a week. I don't have enough people interested. But as you're creating value in your groups and just putting it out there, I'm finding that presenting to 4 people a week, it's like almost they're reaching out to me and saying, can I join the team? Can I sit down with you? And I think that 4 presentations a week, when you consider that, is actually a really awesome winning formula, but we're just changing it around. So instead of running after people, we're putting out value, marketing, and then taking applications almost. And then this month, I'm gathering, we've got quite a few new people on board. The most important thing we need to be doing is following up and getting them plugged in to the culture and giving them that experience with the team, with the business, with the product, because otherwise it's like sowing seeds in a garden and then not watering them. We really have to this is quite a fragile time for a lot of people, let's just say that. So they'll get started and you want to help them have success. So congratulations, Liv. Oh, Liv, I didn't even say you've just hit executive. Yay!
Awesome. Well done, Liv. Well done.
That is
Thank you.
an awesome start. Now, maybe just reflecting back on your journey, because a lot of people get started with a free account and they don't really catch the vision. What was it for you, just looking back, that made you go, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be a part of?
Yeah, so when I first started, I was just, it was just, I needed a job that I could work myself, work my own hours. I was looking online, I was even like, maybe I'll make my own candles, like that kind of stuff, because I just needed to do something that I could work my own time with training and uni. And I was driving back and forth home every weekend. Like, I just couldn't have a job. It was impossible. I just could not have a normal job. Anyway, and so then when you got in touch with me and you were like, this will be awesome for you, I was like, this would be awesome for me. Yes, that would. That's great. And then it was just like getting my head around, okay, now what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to make this work for me? How am I going to get it out there? Blah, blah, blah. So then after I signed up, I had lots of stuff on, like I went overseas and stuff like that. And then when I finally came home, I was like, this is what I, was watching a few more videos. I'd go on YouTube and watch Perry Walker and like go through all the group stuff, because the New Boss Academy started when I was away.
Yeah.
And so when I was watching all that, I was like, this is what I should be doing. Like, but I'm on holiday, so I don't have the time to do that because I was with my family. But then when I came home, I was like, right, I want this to work for me. It's working for all these other people. I know that I have the tools. I know that I can do it. I just need to do it. I just need to set the time aside every day to do it. And I have the time. Like, I'm home now until I have training and until I need to go out and blah, blah, blah. So I have the time every day to do it. And I just thought, well, that's it. If this is what I want, this is, I was like, I want to get to Greece. I want to, do this and that. And then, it was obviously 2 months to get to Greece. For me, anyway, it's not a realistic goal. So then I realized, well, I want to get to the next one. And now that it's South Africa, I'm like, heck yeah. But yeah, so I just realized that I looked at the opportunity in more depth. Like, this is what I can get out of it. This is how it's going to work for me. It works perfectly for my lifestyle, like what I want to do with my life. It just works. It's going to help me, and I get to use awesome, skincare. I get to meet with all you girls. I get to go on trips and that sort of thing. So I just thought, right, I just need to get my head down and do it. Because like you said, actually, that's another thing what you said, you have to treat it like a job if you want to pay it like a job. So I realized, right, I can't just sit down and wait for it to come to me. I've got to go out and get it. I've got to work for it so then I get paid like a full-time job. And it's true. Yep. It's through like putting posts up and talking to people and watching videos and doing that sort of stuff isn't hard. Like, it's our job, but it's a job that we want. Yeah. So it's easy, like it's easier than going and working at Macca's or whatever, because who wants to do that? Like, no one wants to do that in a real world. Like, who would rather just sit at home, have fun, use awesome products, talk to a team, be present? Everybody, bye.
That's it. So what's your plans to get to the next level?
So now my focus is, now that I've got myself to executive, my goal is to get Kate and then Carissa. So I've got my goals written down. So next month I want to get Carissa to executive, and then the month after, will be to get Kate to executive. And then they have been messaging me. They want to get to Africa as well. So they haven't brought out the qualification for that yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be Ruby.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
So then I said to them, if you want to get there, you have to be at Ruby. And this is what Ruby is, and this is how we're going to do it. I was like, and then I said to them, but I'm not even there yet. So we all have to work together to get, all of us there. And then, so my goal is now to help them get to executive, and then help us obviously get 2 more. Like, I've got quite a few people on my team, but I just need to wait for them to, like Carissa and Kate have been an absolute blessing. Like, they've worked hard. They've literally smashed goals. Like, Carissa got LOI in her first month. Kate got her LOI in like, 6 weeks. Like, so they just smashed it, like done so well that they're the kind of girls that I want in my team because they're easy to work with because they work hard. Like it's like, it's hard when you have people in your team that don't communicate, that don't get back to you for a week or, have a month when they're not doing anything and you're like, but look at all the movement that's happened with the whole team in 1 month that, everyone's missing out on. Like you want people that are going to utilize what you're giving them. And because, even though you do benefit from your team, like when you put so much out there and you're not getting anything back, it's just like, come on, I'm giving you so much here, like give me something back. So yeah, I'm on the mission now to get people that are like-minded, passionate, that want this to work, that are going to make this work, and realize the opportunity, like instead of just sitting back and waiting for it, like realizing what's in front of them and just grabbing it, which is what I've done.
What's exciting about that is that the people that are smashing it and are getting like are going to go on the trip and are getting all these rewards, the other people that are slacking are going to see that and be like, oh, I could have had that.
Yeah.
And they're either going to be pissed off because they think that it's not fair, and in which case we don't want them on the team, or they're going to be like, no, I'm going to do this. Like if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying to everyone. Like, everyone can do this. Like, I'm like the people that say I don't have time or I'm too busy. I realize that's just a cover up for you're too lazy. Like, that's just simple. Like,
they don't want to do the work.
Yeah, like I've been busy. Yes, but you've been active on Facebook all day. Like every time I go on Facebook, you're active. So while you're active and you're posting about your babies or your friends or reposting, funny memes, you could be posting about this stuff and making money from it. Like, don't tell me you don't have time when I can see you have all the time in the world, like more time than me, Yeah.
That's it. So now you want to profile them in your mind and think, okay, so what are the qualities that they've got and where do these girls hang out? Because that's the other thing. You want to be then joining groups, so Facebook groups, and connecting with other people like them, and whether you're running like little ads and saying, hey, join our team. And the most powerful thing with ads is telling a story. So you want to kind of get under their skin and agitate their pain. So if you notice that Carissa and Kate, they're both new mums, is that right?
Kate's a new mum.
Kate's a new mum. Carissa is...
She's just young. She's 26 at uni, and she works at a retirement village, retirement home. What are they called? Yeah, that's what it is.
Aged care home.
So, aged care. That's it. Yeah. That's what she's doing.
Sorry, I got them mixed up. So you find out like what was her why and what was her story, and you kind of want to retell it. Like, are you young and smart and know that you've got so much more to give? Do you feel trapped in your job, like you're not going to earn enough income, and you're thinking that you want to have some fun and learn some new skills? Inbox me, because we're growing our team and you can do this around what you're already doing. And then take applications and see who puts their hand up. So it's like this business is 2 rails. You've got one which is your product sales, and that's really important because when people see you making good product sales, they're like, oh, there's money in it. Like, I want the stuff, other people want the stuff, I want to sell the stuff. So you'll get applications that way. Or the other part is just attracting people who want an opportunity. And then think of yourself, think of your profile. What was your story? You're a uni student who wants a job that you can work around your studies and your comp. So tell that story in sports groups, tell that story in professional athlete groups, and then just take the people that are looking and say, cool, let's have a video chat. I'll tell you what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm now thinking like after uni, I might not even need to, use it. Like if I do so well on this, like I don't need to work. This is my work.
You might decide to. I reckon everyone should do 4 or 5 years just to be of service to the community, like, and to have that life experience. But do it because you love it, not because you need it. Do you know what I mean? Do it. It's good life experience. But you'll yeah
Yeah.
set
when I-
yourself
when
up.
I-
More money will mean you can have more holidays and you don't have to worry about taking time off. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it helps because like in my life, like, you know, me and my partner are having a deep conversation, like, what do you want to do with your life? I'm like, well, 3 things I want most. I'm already doing. I want to be coach, I want to my career, and go in, say work 5 and, you know, earn heaps of money. Also, I know that coach will definitely passionate about that, but will help all that, you know, having that little side gig, meeting, helping people, doing it from home, because I can do all of that while I do my 3 most important things. So.
Absolutely. And you can be like, there's nothing stopping you being a team elite. And, you know, like just like Perry Walker, like she's got her dream house already. I mean, she gave up her job because that was epoxy. She was working in a call center. Like, I would give that up, like anyone would. But if you love helping people with their backs, and it's all life experience, and you'll be able to say to your kids, you know, I did that for a bit, and that those skills that you learn at uni, they're all part of your hands, they're part of your brain. It stretches any study that you do is going to stretch you and help you go. And hey, I'm not going to give you career advice if you decide you don't want to continue and you don't want to finish till the end. That's your choice. But just, I think, you know, every opportunity in life to improve yourself and to be more useful is awesome. But yeah, let's get you to Team Elite. let's get you all those travels and those wishes. There's nothing wrong with having heaps of money and being a massive influence. So cool. All right. Well, I think that's a little bit of
so do you reckon
it's dropping out, sweet. What was
you
that?
reckon, Ruby to get to, do you think it's going to be Ruby to get to Africa?
Yes, it will definitely be Ruby to get to South Africa. You'll need to...
Is it 4 execs to Ruby?
Yep, 4 execs to Ruby, and you'll need to hold for 4 months to keep them, you know, bubbling over. And it's just building a healthy business. It's just building what you want anyway. So you've got to be at 3,000 points for 4 months.
So you get 4 execs, and they have to hold executive for 4 months to get the trip.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
all at the same time. But you're going to do that anyway, because they all want that, and they all want to be healthy and grow a team. Like, you know, the way to make $10,000 a month is that you find 5 people who find, you know, between them they find 10 people who find between them 20 people. And that's your formula for making $10,000 a month. So you want them to be healthy, and they need to be growing a team as well, because you get paid on all of that. Yeah. So that's what and the cool thing is about this is that we start a fire in this business that we can never put out. Like, you get people trained and again feeding themselves with these core habits. They take these habits away. They keep making customers. They keep going for their dreams, and we set them free to do that, and we get paid on it forever. So,
that's pretty cool.
So keep building, giving heaps of value. So I think how's everyone going? I mean, we've still got 24 hours or just over 24 hours left to do the spa special. I don't know.
Race to the finish line.
Race to the finish line. I would be so encouraging everyone to get a machine. Like, I just can't believe how amazing it is. But also, the lesson has been for me, like Melanie from Unique taught me about how to just have fun with it on Facebook, and it has really brought people to me. So let's strategize. We'll make sure we know what the special offer is next month as soon as it comes out, and we'll start with those value posts before we talk about any special offer.
Yeah.
So keep up with that. Any last words?
What's your next goal?
My next goal, I am going for diamond, but I've got to make sure that my team are all. I don't like to go ahead until I know that my team are really solid, because I'd rather, because it's just the name. Oh yeah, because I'm only one away now from diamond. So because
you only need one more exec.
Yeah, I only need one more executive to get to diamond. So.
Oh my God, I could be it.
No, because you're underrated. No, Liv is so I'm emerald and a half now with Liv. Yeah. So thank you.
So the next person after Liv that hits exec will put you to. Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah. So, but I've got to make sure that everyone, is solid and we're growing, and I'd rather spend time digging down deep with Liv and growing her team and making sure that she's solid before I move on to the next one. But who knows, it could happen really quickly because we had a lot of spa sales, and my goal is honestly to help every girl that bought a spa love and just use it and share it, and we'll see what comes out of that. But it's the experience that we give.
What does that mean?
What was that?
When you're diamonds, like what does that mean? Like you get
take us all out to lunch.
Well, diamond, it's just another level of recognition. So it means that you've got eight executives in your front line. And I'll start qualifying for the next trip. I'll start qualifying for South Africa. So I've got to hold diamond for 4 months to get to South Africa.
And take 2 people?
Yeah, it's 2 people. All expenses paid for 2 people. Yeah, so that will be one of my next goals. But the other goal is to get 50 new executives in our whole organisation, because it's leadership. Like anyone, you can kind of, as a loner, you can create individual executives, but it's when you create a movement that your whole organisation grows. That's my goal, and we're doing it.
But that's already happening now.
Yeah, it is, and I'm loving
with
it.
Liv's team and with my team, like we're all on track,
and even
to just go bam, bam, bam.
And Rach, it's happening. So it's good. It's good to have the clarity.
I need to build my my first line of distributors more as well, because I've only got Zoe at the moment. I need more. That's my goal. And
empowering them with ADRs, just so that people are really they're plugged in. They know how to use their system, because that's all new for new people. They need to learn how to use their ADR, how to claim their free points. And that's where the time should really be spent with new people, getting them excited and then helping them to share. So whether they want to be a distributor or not, they can still add people to your Facebook groups. They can still provide testimonials, and that's giving them the connection part that they really need. So cool. Well, I'm going to sign off now. We've gone well over time, but thank you for logging on, and 2 tickets to each of you girls. I took so you, Gemini, and me. And I might start a Google Drive to keep track of it, because we've got 3 meetings each week. But yeah, awesome to catch up. Thank you for your input, darlings. We'll celebrate soon when I can organise some cool posts of recognition. And
cool.
Go ahead and recognize. What was that?
Let's go out and drink wine.
No, I don't drink.
We'll drink it for you. It's okay.
Okay, you drink it for me. No, don't. You might get pulled over for drunk driving or something.
I won't be driving.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Well, I can believe that, but I could not do that. I like wine too much.
That's all right. Okay, cool. Have a great afternoon, and we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Come on, Mum.
No, it's just us. How do we get it?